Hello and welcome to the Amateur Commentator. This is Somit this side, and I have with me Anshul. We are continuing with our segment on previewing the IPL teams, and the team that we have picked up today is the Gujarat Titans. Gujarat Titans are one of the two new teams in IPL 2022, and with Hardik Pandya, they have got a mercurial captain. Yeah, hi Anshul. What are your initial thoughts about Gujarat and their tentative playing 11 for the first game?
Yeah, hi, Somat. Uh, I think before the auction, when they retained some of the players, I felt Gujarat would be one of the weakest team in the IPL after the auction. But considering even they have the playing 11 which we have selected for them, which includes Ridhiman Saha, Shubman Gill, David Miller, Vijay Shankar, Hardik Pandya, Matthew Wade, Rahul Tewatia, Rashid Khan, Sai Kishore, Mohammad Shami, and Locke Ferguson. I think they have covered all the bases. They have a pretty decent opening lineup. Yes, Jason Roy did not turn up for the IPL this season, but if he would have been there, Jason Roy and Shubman Gill would have been a very good opening pair. Saying that, yes, Ridhiman Saha has also performed fairly well top of the order. So I feel it would be a good opportunity for him, to show his skills when he's not in the contention for Indian team anymore. At the same time, I believe that with the likes of David Miller, Vijay Shankar, and Hardik Pandya and Matthew Wade, they have a pretty strong, middle order combination of India and overseas both. And even when we're talking about, bowlers, we have Rashid Khan, you have Mohammad Shami, you have Sai Kishore, who is probably one of the better spinners in the domestic circuit. And also you have Lockie Ferguson in the pace. So I think they have overall covered all the bases. And this looks a very good side, Gujarat side to me.
Yeah, I think even before the IPL has started, they have become controversies, best child kind of thing. We saw the Ridhiman Saha incident, although that was not related to IPL or anything, but we saw that we have now seen Jason Roy not playing in this year's IPL, and then the fine that has been imposed on him recently. Uh, I think having Hardik Pandya as captain may attract these kind of things for them. But I'm hoping this looks like a good side, and I'm hoping that they play well. The bowling looks particularly strong. You have Rashid, who is by far the best spinner, T20 spinner in the world, and you have someone like Ferguson, Mohammad Shami. I know that Shami is not the best when it comes to T20 cricket, but he has been in darn good form when it comes to Test cricket for India. And I think he will be carrying some of those into the IPL as well. He is a very good bowler. Whether what's his best position, whether it's a couple of overs up front and then a couple of overs at the end, are they going to play Lockie as more of a middle order enforcer, something? I think those are things, those are the tactical questions that Gujarat will have to answer. Also, another important factor would be whether Hardik bowls or not.
Yeah.
If Hardik Pandya is not bowling, then he's half the player actually, and that one of the reasons why he has not been playing for India regularly is not just the fact that he has been injured, which he has, but even when he's fit, he's not fit enough to bowl, and that kind of he loses his spot because of that. So I think the bowling looks pretty strong. You talked about R. Sai Kishore, consistent performer for Tamil Nadu. He has been doing well. In fact, he has kind of soldered the spin bowling, the spin bowling attack of Tamil Nadu in the absence of Ravi Ashwin. So he has done pretty well there. I'm hoping that this would be a breakout season for him. Yeah, the bowling looks strong, as I've said, but I still have my doubts over their batting. But Saha and Gill, what are you expecting from this new opening pair?
See, to me, if these are the two players who will open for them, I would expect Shubman Gill to be anchor kind of player for them, and Saha someone to go all out attack. That is something which I'm expecting. And saying that, after that, I still feel they have a fairly decent batting lineup. But one thing you talked about bowling, and yes, it looks strong. But one thing here is we have considered three spinners and two medium pacers. Yes, Vijay Shankar is there, and if Hardik Pandya is bowling, that would be another factor. But if we only have Mohammad Shami and Lockie Ferguson, either they are thin in the opening of bowling, or they are thinking towards the death bowling, because both of the bowlers will not be able to do both the opening and the death bowling job. So that is one concern which I feel, because I'm not sure, I am not convinced whether Vijay Shankar is a good enough death bowler or a good enough power play bowler. Yes, he's a very good bowler who will come in the middle overs, so stop some runs, pick an odd wicket here and there. But unless Hardik Pandya is not bowling, their death bowling looks a bit weak.
Yeah, I think the other option that they have is Aljari Joseph. He's currently playing against England, so I guess he'll not be available for the first few matches. He's another good option. He can bowl pretty brisk. He's 140 plus again, another guy who can bowl fast. If they bring him in, maybe in place of Miller, it makes their batting a bit weak.
Yeah.
We You have someone like a Matthew Wade at number 5, number 6, and then you have Rahul Tewatia at number 7. Not a bad batting lineup, but if they are not up to a good start, then there's too much pressure on Wade and Rahul Tewatia. I don't think that Wade and Tewatia are made up to play like 10 overs from over 11 to over 20th. But while chasing, if it's like 70 or 5 overs or something, you can expect a Wade or a Tewatia to actually take the game pretty close and maybe win it for them. But if they are batting first, that's my another concern, is that lower order in batting, because I don't think their bowlers are the best of batsmen. I mean, they have kind of Shami can wield the willow, not the best. Lockie Ferguson is not the best. While Rashid Khan has shown that he can kind of bat well, but in IPL I've not seen him do that much. So that is another cause of concern. I like Matthew Wade. He has kind of grown a second wing in the limited overs for Australia. He was instrumental in them winning the World Cup. But Wade and Rahul Tewatia at number 6 and 7, that again looks like a weak link.
Yeah, I think the more we go into the tournament, we will be able to discover, which all batsmen are in form. And as you said, that they will have an option to replace probably David Miller with Aljari Joseph. I'm not sure whether that is something they would do initially. If David Miller is not scoring runs for them even after, say, 3 or 4 matches, then probably that is something which they might explore. Because from bowling department, I'm sure Rashid Khan and Ferguson will play. And given them, Jason is already not there, and they do not have a very experienced lineup, I would at least start with Matthew Wade and David Miller both, even if Alzari Joseph would have been present. Yes, there may be instances where you might see Matthew Wade coming ahead of Hardik Pandya. Say, for example, if they have lost few quick early wickets, that is something which might happen. But overall, I think this is the best 11 they can field right now.
So, who are the players that you are looking for in the throughout the season for Gujarat Titans? Sorry,
I think one of the player is definitely Shubman Gill. He received very few chances in the India white ball cricket. He did not do that well, and even in Test cricket, he has been he was out after World Test Championship final because of the injury, and he was not able to play in India versus England series. Rahul took his position and has made that position of his own. So it will be important for Shubman Gill to play at this level and score consistent runs in white ball format as well. The second player, definitely I would like to see if Hardik Pandya is able to bowl. If he is not able to bowl, then it could be difficult for him to get back to the Indian cricket team. Although a lot of people are big fan of him, and even the selectors or the all the experts are expecting for him to come back to the Indian team. But if he's not able to bowl, I don't see that happening. Other player would be, for me, Mohammad Shami. I know he's a seasoned campaigner and he has done a lot. He does not have anything to prove. But for me, the important thing for him would be to manage his workload. He has played a lot of cricket in the recent last 3-4 months. And going ahead into the World Cup, we will also have a 50-year World Cup in the next year. So it will be important for Shami to be 100% fit even after the IPL. So these are the 3 players for me to watch out for.
I think Shami, you were correct. The workload management is going to be a big thing, and I don't see them having a good backup option for Shami. I know Barun Aaron is there, but Barun Aaron has been there in Indian cricket for quite a long time, and it would be correct to say that he has not realized his potential completely. But they have another kid, Yes Dayal, whom for whom they bid, I guess, 3.5 crore or something like that. So that would be interesting to see how Yes Dayal performs and whether he gets his chances or not. They also have Jayant Yadav. I think they would be exclusively using him against Delhi Capitals, because that's what Mumbai has been doing for a couple of seasons and winning the games against Delhi. Yeah, I think Shubman Gill, Jason Roy not being there, it's a bit of a downer. I would have loved to see him play with Gill. But yes, let's see how the likes of Yash Dayal performs, and how Gill and Saha, the combo, works at the top of the order. And perhaps the most important question is, can Hardik Pandya bowl again? So, saying that, what's your expectation from Gujarat Titans? Where do you see them finishing?
Before going that, one thing I would say is this team, looks like a decent team who will be able to chase down totals, but a lot of pressure will be on their bowlers to win the matches. That is something which I would say. Coming back to the question where they would finish, it will depend a lot in terms of how well their bowlers are performing throughout the tournament, not just few games. But considering where other teams are, what their composition, it will be very difficult for Gujarat to break the top four barrier before the playoffs.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you on that one. I don't see Gujarat Titans making it to the playoffs. As sad as it is, I think they would be somewhere in the bottom half. Sorry, I would be in fact very surprised if they are anywhere even in shouting distance of that number 4 position. And if they are, then great on them. I think that would be kind of. I think a lot of credit will have to go to Assis Nehra, and I would love for them to do well because of Nehra more than anyone else. But I don't see them finishing in the top 4. So yeah, that's kind of our wrap on Gujarat Titans and how we think that their season is going to go. We'll anyways be coming with the match reviews and everything. So I think we'll see how our prediction pans out and how the players that we are looking forward to play. Thank you all for watching. Request all of you again to kindly share, subscribe our content. Please like it, spread the word about the Amateur Commentator, and give us your feedback on how we can improve. Thank you all. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.